Monsoon season just a few days away. We've got some tips from the experts on how to protect your car coming up after this quick break.
Into Monsoon Awareness Week. The monsoon season starts on Sunday. The National Weather Service has designated each day as a day they're going to talk about something and make sure you're well informed. You can go to their webpage if you want more information on any of the topics, but today their topic is flash flooding. Did you know that flash flooding is actually the #1 thunderstorm related killer? We see this every year in Arizona, and actually a couple people die. I've seen between 2 to 5 people on the stats of people that die in flash flooding, and that always mainly is occurring in vehicles. I've got Howard Fleischman here with me this morning from NARPro repair shops, and what we're talking about is flash flooding, not just the threat to your lives, but you might think, oh, that's not too much water, I can drive through that. What about the damage to your car afterwards?
You bet. There's a lot of things that can happen. So if you get stuck and you happen to go through a puddle, first thing I say is touch your brakes, make sure that you still got friction.
Yeah, okay.
The other thing I recommend is if you hit a puddle that's more than 6 inches deep, first of all, you could lose control at 6 inches, but you can also do a lot of damage to the electronics underneath that hood.
Okay, and we talk a lot about that stupid motorist law, and we've got these barricades here. When you see these, obviously, if you drive around them, you can be charged for the rescue and be ticketed. But even if you get to a scene and these aren't up yet, you still don't want to drive through because of that threat.
Some people forget to bring common sense with them when they travel.
Every year.
You can't tell how deep that water is.
Yeah,
so
that's true too.
If it looks a couple, 3 inches deep, I'd avoid it.
And that's the thing with water, when it gets moving and you get that force. I mean, let's come over and take a look at a tire here. When you're talking about 6 inches, that really is the movement of the water. That's only coming up to, you know what, right there?
Right there.
On your tire. And you'd think, oh, my car can handle that. But that's what it takes to move a car.
Well, and the car is designed, the tire is designed to cut through that water, but unfortunately at 6 inches, it's going to start to float. You're going to lose control.
And then all that water gets up in there.
That's right, and it throws it up inside. And also remember that all the oil that the roads have been collecting all year, that's going to come to the top too. You lose your braking ability.
That tends to be a problem, I think, early on in our monsoon when it's been a while since we've seen some rain.
Yeah, it's really a big problem.
All right.
Big problem.
Well, thanks so much for being here with us this morning. You touched on it a little earlier, but for folks who aren't watching those windshield wipers, it's another issue. We haven't had rain in a while, and your car has just been baking out there in the sun, and then you go to turn on your windshield wipers.
And it cuts 2 gouges in your windshield and costs you $400 or $500.
Oh my gosh.
Prepare your car.
Yeah.
Go to a narpro.com specialist. They'll be glad to check it over for monsoons.
Yeah.
And the other thing I highly recommend is you get this app.
Oh, the 3TV app?
3TV app. You go right in and find out what the weather has.
I knew you were a smart man.
And don't forget 511. Arizona has a phone number, 511. Tells you what road conditions are everywhere.
Absolutely. You know, here on 3TV, we're always covering those flash floods and watching people drive through them. So again, watch for these barricades, but even if these aren't up yet, do not drive through those flooded areas. These monsoon storms coming your way pretty soon. We'll toss it back to you inside.